In this all-girls hostel, stories didn't walk on legs, they traveled through whispers. Whispers that slipped under doors, climbed up bunk beds, and wrapped themselves around the hearts of every girl who lived there. The hostel stood at the edge of town, its walls painted the color of ripe mangoes, its windows always slightly open as if the building itself enjoyed listening to the chaos inside. Outsiders thought it was just a regular boarding hostel. But those who lived within its walls understood that it was a place where strangers became sisters, enemies became friends, and sometimes, sisters became enemies again. On one warm evening, with the moon hiding shyly behind drifting clouds, a new girl stepped through the creaking hostel gate. Her name was Ayo. She dragged a suitcase with one broken wheel and stopped at the entrance, partly to catch her breath, partly because she felt the strange weight of the place. She believed she had come only to focus on school. The hostel itself seemed to smile quietly. She had no idea she was about to become part of something bigger. The moment Ayo walked into the corridor, the air shifted. Dozens of eyes turned toward her. Some curious, some friendly, some judging, some calculating. Girls whispered quickly to each other. Ayo's soft eyes and gentle posture made her look harmless, almost too harmless for a place full of loud personalities. Then one girl burst through the crowd like sunlight breaking through clouds. Tenny. Everyone knew Tenny before they even met her. She laughed too loudly, talked too fast, hugged too tightly, and lived life with a brightness that could either warm your heart or blind it. She ran up to Ayo with a wide grin. New girl. Welcome. I'm Tenny. Come before these ones confuse you. She grabbed Ayo's arm and dragged her down the corridor, talking non-stop. She introduced her to the rules of the hostel. Don't leave food in the common fridge unless you want it to disappear, mind your business, but not too much. And, most importantly, never trust boys who text at night. Ayo laughed, grateful for the warm welcome. But not everyone welcomed her. Standing near the end of the hallway was Busy. Tall, quiet, beautiful in a cold, intimidating way. A tiny scar ran through her left eyebrow, giving her a permanently unamused expression. Busy watched Ayo carefully, her arms folded. She didn't smile. She didn't greet. She only nodded, a stiff, distant kind of acknowledgement that said, "Stay in your corner." Busy didn't believe in friendship anymore. Life had taught her that trusting people was like handing them a knife and hoping they wouldn't use it. And she wasn't ready to hand anyone a knife ever again. Ayo was assigned to a room with Tenny, Omar, and Layla. Omar was the quiet bookworm who always had a novel under her pillow. Layla was dramatic and emotional, constantly arguing with her boyfriend yet missing him terribly whenever he didn't call. Together, they created a noisy, chaotic little world that Ayo slowly began to get used to. Days passed and Ayo learned the rhythm of the hostel. In the mornings, the corridor smelled of body cream and burnt toast. In the afternoons, gossip flowed like the river Niger. At night, you could hear everything: laughter, secrets, prayers, and sometimes quiet sobs. But nothing caused more chaos than what happened one particular evening. Tenny screamed. Not a playful scream, but a sharp, terrified one. The girls ran to her bed. On her phone was a long, romantic message. Sweet words. Compliments. Promises. The kind of message that makes your heart dance. But the problem was, the message wasn't for Tenny. The message was addressed to someone named Ayo. Every girl in the room turned slowly toward the new girl. Ayo, Tenny whispered dramatically. You didn't tell me you were talking to this boy. Ayo's eyes widened. I don't know him. But before she could explain further, her own phone buzzed. Another message. From the same boy. And then a third message came in, landing on yet another girl's phone inside the hostel. The truth hit them all at once. The boy had been sweet-talking several girls in the same hostel, using the same romantic lines. Voices rose instantly. You led him on. No, she did. Tenny, calm down. Ayo didn't even know him. He's a player. Block him. The hostel, usually full of laughter, now roared with tension. Girls argued. Some took sides. Some enjoyed the drama. Some shouted louder than the people arguing. Busy didn't shout. She only watched. Her eyes were dark, quiet, and filled with something Ayo didn't understand, almost like pain. When the shouting reached its breaking point, something unexpected happened. Ayo raised her voice. Quiet, gentle Ayo. The one nobody expected to speak. Please stop, she said, her voice firm. We can't fight each other because of someone who clearly doesn't respect any of us. The room went silent. Ayo continued, her voice calm and steady. Let's block him. All of us. Together. One by one, the girls pulled out their phones. Tenny blocked him. Leila blocked him. Even Omar blocked him with unnecessary dramatic flair. The room became peaceful again. Except for Busy. She still hadn't moved. Later that night, when everyone was asleep, Ayo stepped outside to get fresh air. She found Busy sitting under the dim yellow corridor light, hugging her knees. Ayo hesitated but sat next to her, leaving some space between them. To her surprise, Busy spoke first. That boy, he used the same lines he used on me before. The same, you're my sunshine, the same promises. Ayo looked at her gently. Busy swallowed hard. I used to be like Tenny. Loud. Excited. Trusting everyone. Until trusting someone nearly ruined my life. Ayo didn't speak. She simply listened, something Busy wasn't used to. Slowly, Busy shared the painful story she had kept locked inside for years. The betrayal. The humiliation. The moment she stopped believing in people. When she finished, she looked at Ayo. You're different, she whispered. You listen. You don't judge. Ayo smiled softly. Everyone deserves people who don't give up on them. And for the first time in what felt like forever, Busy smiled back. From that night, things began to change. Tenny became more careful with her heart. Oma gained confidence and began helping others study. Leila finally blocked her toxic boyfriend once and for all. And Busy, slowly, gently, opened her heart to friendship again. Ayo became the invisible thread that connected them all.